Hi there, I'm Chris Berkeley and I'm a digital marketing consultant. In this video, I'm going to be talking about meta descriptions for SEO. First off, I want to note that meta descriptions have a lot in common with title tags. And because I've already made a title tag video, shameless plug, I would suggest that you check that out as well. It's about 4.5 minutes long. It will not be the worst way you spend 4.5 minutes this week, I promise. But let's start with talking about meta descriptions, a definition. What is a meta description? Well, similar to a title tag, a meta description is an HTML tag that tells users what a web page is about. And you'll note that I said users and not users and search engines. And that is because the meta description is not actually a ranking factor. When search engines determine what order to rank web pages, they don't actually look at the contents of the meta description to determine that. Nevertheless, meta descriptions are still really important because in a very busy group of search results, it's one more opportunity to convince a searcher to click on your web page and not someone else's. So with that being said, let's dive in a little bit on meta descriptions. And first, let's take a look at what they look like. Here you'll see a meta description in a search result. We have the title tag on top. We have the URL or breadcrumb sometimes underneath it. And then we'll have the meta description at the bottom. And then here is how a search engine would see the meta description in the page source, very similar to a title tag as well here. So now that we know what they look like, let's talk about writing meta descriptions. Most notably, meta descriptions are different from title tags because they're a lot longer. In the other video, I talked about title tags having a limit of about 55 characters. Well, with meta descriptions, the limit's about 155. So you have almost 3 times as much space. It gives you more space to draft coherent sentences and really explain to someone who's searching for something why they should click on your page. I did note, of course, that meta descriptions are not a ranking factor, but nevertheless, you do still want to include keywords in them. And the reason for that is sometimes Google will reject the meta description if keywords are not present in it. Compared to what the user is searching for. If the user searches for something and the keywords are someone else on the page, Google will sometimes take an excerpt of that paragraph and present that as the meta description to show the user that that page is relevant. So if you want your meta descriptions to show up for your target keyword, you want to use the same keyword you put in your title tag and include it in your meta description as well. A well-written meta description can greatly increase the click-through rate. And the click-through rate basically is the percentage of the time that someone searching for something clicks on your web page compared to all the times that your web page appeared as a result. I'll do another video about click-through rate, but click-through rate is basically the number of clicks divided by the number of impressions as a percentage. So the higher the click-through rate, the more traffic you get. And a well-written meta description, again, can improve that. So generally you'll want to, again, include a relevant keyword in there, explain to the user what the web page is about and why they should click on it, and I will also include a call to action or a CTA at the end of it. The call to action is basically just telling the user what you want them to do once they get to that page, which is pretty straightforward. So depending on your site and your business and things like that will influence the type of call to action you use. Some examples would be read more, learn more, request an appointment, schedule a consultation, call today. These are all calls to action that you can include in probably the end of the meta description. So that just about covers it for meta descriptions. As a recap, 155 characters. They're not a ranking factor, but you do generally want to include keywords in them. They will influence the click-through rate, which affects how much traffic you get, and include a CTA whenever possible to encourage the user to click through. That's everything. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Also, feel free to subscribe to this channel if you want to receive more videos like this in your inbox. And do check out that title tag video as well, because I think these two really go well together in pairs, and some of the things that I talk about in here I talk about a little bit further in that video. All right, thanks for watching.